You're about to learn the number one way, the best way to get a girl to start chasing you. But first, my name is Ben Sterling. I'm one of the head coaches here at Social Freedom, where we help guys all around the world become the most attractive, charismatic, and confident versions of themselves. So if you like our shit, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the little bell button, and leave a comment to appease the algorithm gods and let more people see our shit. But either way, let's jump into the video. Now, I'm about to teach you one of the most useful social skills in order to actually allow girls to start chasing you. It's one of the easiest ways for you to express that you're a man who has high standards and makes girls want to really chase your validation. So you can use this whether it's on dates, with girls you've just approached, maybe even really short interactions, whatever it might be, okay? And this social skill is called challenging or questioning her character. And it's crazy to me that not more people teach this, because it really is a fundamental social skill that all men should be using in order to actually express to her that you have standards. So, what is it? Well, it's essentially you questioning her character. During a conversation, there's going to be periods or opportunities where a girl might express something and maybe you question it. Maybe it's a red flag. Maybe it's an opinion of yours. Maybe it's one of her qualities as a person. Or maybe it's her views, whatever it might be. And it's an opportunity for you to challenge it. Now, where most guys fuck up is they often try to always build rapport. Guys think like, oh, girls don't like nice guys, they're like assholes. Girls don't like assholes. This is completely false, okay? But the problem is when you're always building rapport and being nice and trying to get her to like you, you're never going to be honest and express yourself honestly to her and actually challenge her as a person. So what challenging allows you to do, it allows you to question her. It forces her to then justify herself or qualify herself to you, and then shows her that you're a man who has high standards. Now, when she sees that you're a man who has high standards, this also expresses to her that, number one, you're not trying to build rapport with her. You're not going to lie to her in order to get her to like you. Because girls are always worrying, okay, does this guy see me as a human being or does he see me as a potential sexual conquest? And when you're questioning her character, she goes, ding, ding, ding. Okay, this guy actually gives a shit about who I am. He's wondering what kind of person I am. And this then makes her realize, okay, this is a man with standards. He's not just looking at me as a potential sexual conquest. Also, it shows that you potentially are pre-selected as well because you're not afraid to potentially offend her or break rapport with her. Because when you challenge someone, it can sometimes break rapport. It forces that person to then justify themselves. And when she's forced to justify herself, she's going to backwards rationalize to herself thinking, oh, I obviously care about this person's opinion of me, aka I actually like this person. I care about what this person thinks. And it's really important. So when it comes to this as well, don't think of it as a social hack or a technique. I want you to think of it as you being honest. An honest expression. Not afraid to express your opinion and question her. Because that's what this is. Challenging is based on your views, your values, and your opinions. It's not something you learn, just something you learned on the internet. It should be cultivated to be a natural expression, an honest expression. Your honesty. Not because you think if I question her on this, it's going to make her attracted to me. It's, oh, she said something that makes bells ring in my head and I need to get her to justify to see what her real views are on that. Let me give you some examples. Okay, I'm just going to give a basic one to start with. So let's say a girl, you're talking to her and she's studying, right? She's going to university and she's studying law. And you ask her, oh, interesting. Is that something that you want to do for the rest of your life? Is that something you're passionate about? And then she says, well, actually, no, I'm really not that passionate about law. I'm more passionate about architecture or dance, whatever it might be. And you're sitting there and you go, well, hold on, that doesn't really align with me. And you want to question her on that. And you might say something like this, like, okay, so you're telling me, this is what a challenge looks like. Okay, so you're telling me that you're willing to spend the next, 3 years of your life and then like studying and then potentially the next 40 years of your professional life, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, doing something that you're not even passionate about. Really? Why? Do you see that? I'm challenging her character. Now she is going to be forced to justify herself to you, and you're going to find out who this person really is. Because that's what challenging is truly about. You want to find out who this person is. That's what, honestly, an entire interaction should be based on. You're standing in front of a person, and an interaction isn't based on, I'm trying to get this person to like me, I need to build attraction so I feel good about myself. An interaction should look like, I want to find out who this person is because I want to see if we're a good fit. And if she meets my standards, I'm already obviously physically attracted to her, that's why I'm talking to her, but if she meets my standards, then potentially I might be open to something further. That is an attractive frame to be coming from when it comes to an interaction, and that is the frame you should be coming from when it comes to challenging someone. Whether most people, where they come from is, I find you attractive, I really want to put my penis inside you, please like me, please like me, please like me, I'm going to do whatever I can to get you to like me. And what that is being dishonest. And that is the nice guy that most girls don't like. Sure, you're being nice and you're trying to build rapport and you're trying to get her to like you, but that's not attractive, that's dishonest. And girls can feel that dishonesty, and it is like poison to them. It is instantly one of the biggest turnoffs you can literally give her. So this, again, don't think of it as a technique. I want you to think of it as you expressing your opinions and questioning her character to find out whether you are a good fit. Another great example is actually a client we had a few months ago. Now, he was actually on an instant date with a girl having coffee, and on our live 5-day immersion programs, what we do is we actually mic the guys up so we can listen to them and actually give them feedback on their verbals. But what's happened, again, he's sitting across the table with this girl and they start talking about tattoos. She tells him about how she got this big tattoo, like it's a big squid taking up her entire thigh. He's like, oh, what does that mean? She's like, I actually don't know. I don't even like the tattoo. I have no idea why I got it. And he just goes, oh, cool. And then asks her another question, irrelevant to what she was talking about. Okay? Now for me, that gives off a few red flags. It's like, okay, how impulsive is this person? Why is this person putting something permanently on their body that they don't even like? A big lifelong decision for why? Why? So that'd be a big reason for me to question her character. What kind of person is this person? Is she really that impulsive? So I'd ask her something along the lines of this. So if she tells me, you know, she made this big decision, doesn't even like it, it's on her body for the rest of her life, I'd be like, interesting. Okay, so you're telling me that you put something like a big tattoo, like made a big tattoo on your body and you don't even like it? Why? Why did you do that? Why? Okay, I'm going to question her character. Why is she doing that? Why is she who she is? Now again, it should be based on your values and your standards as a man. So another example, and for me personally, if a girl ever describes not having had a relationship for a long time, that's always a big red flag for me. It's always about like, okay, why is she not? So again, if a girl's like, if I'm asking her about her previous relationships, like when was her last relationship? She's like, well, you know, I actually haven't had an actual relationship for a few years. It's been like 3 years. And ding, 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 red flag. So I'm gonna ask her, like, interesting. Okay, so you haven't had a relationship for what, 3 years? Why not? What about you is scaring all these boys away? Again, because for me, that's a red flag. That shows, okay, is she incapable of holding a relationship? Is there something in her personality that is unable to hold guys down? Is she someone who has really low self-esteem? So is she attracted to guys who are emotionally unavailable and just finds herself, you know, throwing herself at these guys who aren't necessarily willing to invest back in her all the time? What is it? Why? Why hasn't she been in a relationship for so long? And that's why I'm gonna ask her. Because for me, that is something that's important to me. I want to know these things about her. So for another example, let's say you're talking to a girl and she tells you that she goes out drinking every single weekend to the clubs. And for you, that's a red flag. If you're going to challenge her on that, say, you know, she tells you this and you're like, oh, interesting. Okay, so you're telling me that you go out drinking every single weekend. Why? Is it because you're looking for validation? You like talking to boys, or is it because you're trying to drink to escape something in your life? What is that? Why? Now, it's important as well, and this one specifically because it is a little bit more of a harsher challenge. I am being and could seem quite judgmental if I don't have the right tonality. So do you notice how curious I am in my tonality? Okay, I'm trying to decrease the judgment in my voice and up the curiosity, okay, because I'm curious. I'm not saying it from a place of judgment. I'm curious to who this person is, and that's a really important point here as well. Make sure you're coming from a place of curiosity in terms of tonality and not a place of judgment, because otherwise you're going to find yourself, when you challenge, you're going to find it becoming very combative in the interaction. Instead of her justifying herself to you in a way that's trying to qualify herself, she's then just going to combat you and combat your point of view, okay, because she thinks you're having a go at her. So it's really important to also, especially with the ones that might be a little bit more combative in nature, or a bit more personal in nature, to make sure you're being very curious in the way you're asking these things. And one last example, just so this video doesn't go too long. Let's say I'm talking to a girl about previous relationships or previous dates, and I asked her if she's ever had a one-night stand. And she says, no, I don't have a one-night stands. I'm not a slut. So for me, I actually personally prefer girls who are a little bit more open-minded, a little bit more sexually liberated. So I'm going to challenge her on that view, because to me, that's a red flag. And it's going to look something like this. So I'm going to challenge her. Okay, so you're telling me that girls who are comfortable with their sexuality and comfortable and happy to go home with someone on the first date, that they're sluts? Are you saying that there's something wrong with those girls? Okay, that is me challenging her point of view, because for me, again, that is a red flag. So again, this is by far one of the most powerful ways to get girls to start chasing you. Let's summarize. Number one, when you are challenging, make sure it's coming from a place of curiosity with a hint of skepticism, just a hint. You're not going to be asking these things combatively in your tonality. You're not attacking, you're questioning. You're looking for her to justify or elaborate her views and her character. You're just trying to find out who this person is. If you're consistently getting into kind of frame battles, or things are getting combative in your interactions, it means most likely that you're challenging too hard, or you're being offensive in the way you're challenging because you're being too combative and she feels that you're attacking her. So it's most likely an issue with your tonality there. Okay, remember, curious with a hint of skepticism. And if you need some more examples, just go back and look exactly how I made the challenges in the previous examples, okay? Number two, make sure that it's coming from a place of honesty. This is a good opportunity for you to express that you're a man with standards. It's why it's so attractive. So it should be based on your own standards, your qualities, your values as a man, not based on someone else's, not because you think that it would build attraction. No, you're asking it because something she has said, you needed to clarify to see whether her character meets your standards, okay? And that's why it's attractive, because you're not trying to aggressively build rapport, you're being honest with her. And women are looking for men who have standards. She wants to know that you're not looking at her as a sexual conquest, but looking at her as a full-fledged human being. Remember that, so damn important. And the last note I'm gonna make on this, you don't wanna be doing it all the time. If all you're doing is challenging her and breaking rapport, you're gonna find yourself in a lot of bad interactions. You're gonna be too combative in the way you're interacting. It should only come up if she says something that you genuinely are curious about and need her to clarify on, or want to challenge her on it. You shouldn't be going out of your way to do it every chance you can possibly get. It's not about being as disagreeable as humanly possible. It's okay to be agreeing with the things that you genuinely agree with. If what she's saying you genuinely agree with, it's okay. Remember, nice guys are not unattractive. It's only unattractive when you're lying in order to get attraction from her and build rapport and get something from her, which, aka in this situation, may be affection, validation, sex, whatever it might be. That's when it's unattractive. It's okay to be agreeable. But again, don't be afraid to break rapport. So many guys fuck up by being dishonest in the way they're expressing themselves. Be more honest. Don't be afraid to challenge. Good luck out there, guys. Now, if you like today's video, make sure again to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Guys, you have no idea how much it helps us. And if you are a person who is struggling in this part of your life and you feel like you need some guidance in order to help you start meeting and dating the kind of women that you want, then make sure to click the link below to get on a quick call with us, and we can find out whether we'll help you with your situation and whether we can, and go from there. Either way, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.